now, live on WBZ TV and streaming on CBS News Boston. This is WBZ News Mornings.
Right now at 6, snow continues to fall across New England as this massive winter storm impacts much of the country. Here's a live look at Milford. We have team coverage with updates from around the state.
And friends, our long-awaited winter storm continues to hover across the area this morning before pulling away with one final burst of snow. The timeline and the overall snow totals so far coming up.
We're going to the Super Bowl. That sounds pretty good. That sounds pretty cool.
And your Patriots are heading to California to take on the Seahawks in Super Bowl 60. Levin is live with a look at the AFC Championship and what's in store for the big game. Good morning. Thanks for waking up with us on this Monday, January 26th. I'm Chris Tanaka.
And I'm Paula Evan. Another Victory Monday. We have shared so many throughout this season, but we are in a next weather alert. This massive winter storm still pummeling New England. Snow totals keep rising this morning, and we have got live team coverage for you around the state.
Good morning. You're watching WCVB News Center 5 Eye Opener.
As we come on the air, Massachusetts is hunkering down. We are in the midst of our biggest snowstorm in years. Some places already seeing more than a foot of snow.
And we got a live look over the Charles River into Boston. Bit of a lull right now, but this storm is not over yet.
Our other big story this morning, for the first time since 2019, the Patriots are Super Bowl bound after defeating the Broncos in Denver.
What's this feel like? Amazing, man. You know, really blessed. I'm happy for my team, happy for the organization. You know, we got one more to go, man. I just can't wait. You know, we're going to go Super Bowl. You know, we got one more to go.
8 seconds left.
New England will face the Seattle Seahawks, who punched their ticket to Super Bowl 60 with a win over the LA Rams. Good morning to you. I'm Antoinette Antonio, live in Denver for you once again this morning, covering what will be the Patriots' 12th Super Bowl appearance.
Super Bowl bound. Pats, Seahawks, showdown in San Francisco.
Now at 5, it's a very snowy start to the week. The Charles River turning white with snow as this strong storm continues to move through.
Cities across Massachusetts still dealing with this storm. The Holy Cross campus in Worcester blanketed. You see snow still coming down. We have Team 7 storm coverage across the Bay State.
And don't call it a comeback. The new look Patriots have a date with the Seattle Seahawks in 2 weeks at Super Bowl 60.
This is 7 News Today in New England.
5 o'clock now, and we are starting your Monday with storm force coverage. Good morning. New England still being slammed with snow. The storm causing some dicey conditions on the roads right now. Live look in Saugus on Route 1. Drivers being urged to stay home, avoiding scenes like this there. Thank you so much for waking up with us after a Pats win nonetheless and a snowstorm. This is New England. I'm Juliana Mazza.
And I'm Brandon Gano. We are keeping you on top of the storm all morning long. So this storm creating a lot.
This is Boston 25 Morning News, your local station.
And now at 6, our weather alert continues this morning. We're not done with the snow yet. I'm tracking how much more will fall today.
A historically snowy day in the city of Boston. While people are digging out for days. Look at that. It's going to take them a while to dig out where the storm ranks on the all-time record list.
And crews are out this morning, and they've been plowing all night long for you, trying to clear the roadways. We have live team coverage this morning all across the area.
And from the snow to the Super Bowl, the Pats headed back to the big game for the first time in 7 years when they make it finally back to New England after their big win in Denver.
Josh McDaniels.
Incredible win last night. I'm so excited for this.
Right?
You know, there's so much going on here on this Monday morning, so we appreciate being here with us at 6 o'clock. I'm Nicole Gabe.
Good to be with you. I'm Ray Vieta. It is a busy morning. We'll have much more on the Super Bowl bound Patriots, and we're also tracking what else? The winter storm.
You're watching Como News.
A season that began with a loss at home ends with their biggest win in more than a decade. The Seattle Seahawks headed to the Super Bowl. Coming up, we're going to share highlights from yesterday's game and what that win means for 12s everywhere.
Outrage in Minnesota as protesters take to the streets after another deadly shooting by federal immigration officers. Officials are saying one thing, but videos spreading online raise serious questions. More on the latest from Minneapolis coming up.
A surprising and alarming shift in cancer deaths. Colorectal cancer now leads for people under 50. Researchers unable to explain the increase coming up.
Let's take you outside and show you a live look of downtown Seattle. We are seeing some blue and green out there, just celebrating the Seahawks win yesterday and a Super Bowl appearance coming up in Super Bowl 60. I keep thinking, no, it's real life, not just a dream.
And you know what? Okay, so you have to there's lots to get to. You got to.
Next at 4:30, the Seahawks are soaring into Super Bowl 60. We have reaction from the team and fans about this exciting moment after a nail-biting win over the Rams. A Pierce County deputy opens fire after a man reportedly stabbed a person and a dog. What we're learning about the investigation this morning. A growing outcry over the shooting of a nurse by federal law enforcement in Minneapolis. We have reaction from protesters and why the Trump administration is defending the officers. Plus, snow and ice is still impacting more than 100 million people across the country this morning. That winter storm is also affecting travelers at SeaTac Airport. What you need to know if you're headed to SEA this morning. Good morning, and thanks for joining us on this exciting Monday.
Yes.
Congratulations to the Seahawks. Of course, a lot of people still feeling...
Some people may still be celebrating.
Now on Cairo 7 News.
Hey, 12s, how's it feel? Your Seahawks are going back to the Super Bowl!
It is a great morning to be a Seahawks fan. We are 2 weeks away from the Hawks taking center stage at Super Bowl 60. Look at that confetti. You can still feel the excitement right now.
Is he out of bounds?
Oh, my God.
3 seconds. They're going to run the clock. That's going to do it. The Seahawks soar to Super Bowl 60.
Right now, on Good Day Seattle, the Seahawks are heading back to the Super Bowl, baby, and we are breaking down those big moments.
And now we look towards Super Bowl and how much it's going to be to get in. We're going to break down the prices that we're seeing right now.
And it is a dry and frosty start to the week. Not for long, though, when that rain is making a comeback. Good Day Seattle starts now.
Live from Fox 13 News, this is Good Day Seattle.
All right, good morning to you, and thanks for joining us on this Monday, January 26th. Look at that.
Look at that,
Has
baby.
It ever looked better than that? It's never looked better. I'm John Hopperson.
And I'm Maria Garcia. The Seahawks, they're going back to the Super Bowl.
This morning on Daybreak, sleet and ice has made its exit, but conditions still not something you want to be out in. Everything you need to know to stay safe.
Covering news across your hometown. We're working hard for you. This is WHSV Daybreak.
Well, good morning. It's Monday, January 26th. I'm Kayla Brown. Thanks for starting your morning with us. Switching things up this morning, Chief Meteorologist Aubrey Urbanowitz is in the First Alert Weather Center. Now, Aubrey, what a weekend.
Yes, definitely what a weekend. And thanks for having me on this morning, Kayla.
In a crowded news cycle, First City News from Vincennes PBS and WVUB Radio stays focused on decisions, developments, and information that shape daily life. We report from council chambers, classrooms, courtrooms, and neighborhoods using verified information, direct sources, and clear explanations. You'll hear the facts without the noise, no spin, just straightforward reporting with context and accountability. First City News on Vincennes PBS and Blazer 91.1 WVUB.
The 11 Alive weather impact alert extended into tomorrow morning, not because we're going to see any extra precipitation moving in, but it's because we have another blast of Arctic air rolling our way tonight.
Right now, crews in northeast Georgia are working to clean up those downed trees and restore the power to tens of thousands still feeling the impact from this weekend's ice storm. We're going to be tracking all of that, plus the road conditions and when the flights could return back to normal. Thanks for joining us here on 11 Alive and streaming on 11 Alive Plus. I'm Ron Jones.
And I'm Jennifer Bellamy. After a weekend winter storm, the bitter cold is settling in, which is why we have extended our 11 Alive weather impact alert. So we want to get you straight over to our chief meteorologist, Chris Holcomb, with what we need to know here. So
There are protests across the country tonight, including outside Colorado's capital, after President Trump's deportation force has killed another American citizen. Again, it is someone with Colorado ties shot dead in the streets of Minneapolis. Tonight, an in-depth look at what Colorado is doing to prevent and to prepare for President Trump's violent crackdown to come here. First, the latest killing, where the administration quickly labeled 37-year-old Alex Preddy, whose parents live in Arvada, as a domestic terrorist, the same label they used for longtime Coloradan Renee Good, who was killed by an ICE agent 3 weeks ago. The Trump administration claiming without evidence that Alex Preddy wanted to massacre law enforcement and that he attacked their agents.
The town of Parker is facing public backlash after a production company was told pride flags could no longer be used during one of the show's musical numbers.
And we're live from Utah as Coloradans make a name for themselves in the last Sundance Film Festival there before the party comes here next year. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Kyle Clark.
I'm Alexandra Lewis. Newly elected Aurora City Councilman Rob Andrews is rejecting calls to resign after being arrested on suspicion of drunk driving.
So tonight was his first city council meeting.
Up with liberation!
Hundreds of people gathered in downtown Seattle to protest ICE enforcement after another person was shot and killed in Minneapolis. What organizers are demanding tonight.
There's enough evidence there. It's just now identifying who these people are.
Seattle police are looking for two suspects accused of stabbing and killing a man last summer in the University District, and now they're asking for your help.
When you do it together, this is what you can do. How about the 12?
The Seahawks are officially Super Bowl bound. How fans are reacting to the tough win and the high ticket prices.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Jack McGuire. Coming up tonight, we'll have updates on ICE operations here in Maine as arrests continue. Plus, we'll have the latest on the investigation into a deadly crash at Bangor International Airport last night.
Now, from Maine's first television station, this is WABI News.
Officials have provided updates to a crash that killed multiple people at Bangor International Airport last night. We went over to the airport today to get the latest.
Right now on News Center Maine at 11.
Then we heard a loud boom, and we weren't sure what had happened.
We'll bring you up to date on a fatal plane crash that happened in Bangor last night. Plus,
I've had a lot of friends pass away and stuff, and I know it's going to happen.
It's hard to keep warm in the January Maine weather, and for some harder than others. We'll see how nonprofits around the state are working with unhoused communities during the frigid temperatures. Also tonight,
we have to either cut services or find that revenue from the property taxpayer.
How some state lawmakers are proposing county debt be handled. And then, from the cottage to the Olympics, we'll meet the two stars bearing the Olympic flame. News Center Maine at 11 starts right now. Thanks for joining us at 11. I'm Bailey Cornick. We'll get to those stories in just a moment, but right now, let's get a first check of your forecast with meteorologist Alan Holt.